Good day, guys. Welcome back to this channel. So, if you have not subscribed, make sure you click on that subscribe button. As majority of my viewers are not subscribed. I'm sure you probably found this video, through the search button, especially most of you. So, this is one of the reasons why I want you to subscribe so you get an update from me. Now, take a look at this WTI crude oil, right? We saw that price was trading at a level of 74 about yesterday, right? And I told you guys that, okay, now that we've got to a level of 74 on this WTI, that we should expect a pullback to a level of 76. You can go back to confirm, right? So let's go to this 4 hour time frame to be able to see it. I told you guys, I think price was actually traded at 74 then, and I told you guys that we should only look for a way to actually take a buy once that price gets to a level of 74, right? And I told you guys that once we get to a 74, we should see a pullback to a level of 76. But guess what? We actually had a pullback to a level of 75, which was close to 76, by the way. So it was about 75.705. So we still have, a little bit of movement for it to actually get to a level of 76 that we were talking about on this WTI crude oil before we continue our bearish move. So, it's not a must price is 100% correct. At least if it is 70 to 80% correct, it is still okay, right? You can't be 100% correct. You are not just, you are not a Superman or whatever. So, the price kind of gave us that pullback we're all expecting, we're all waiting for, but it did not get to the set level of 76. Then it got to 75. Guess what again? And I told you guys after it's gotten to 76, you expect a drop again. So price got to a level of 75. Now price has even dropped more, even for that more to what I was even expecting. I think I was expecting this price to take out this lows, but guess what? It's even dropped and it has broken below it more than what I was expecting, right? So now this price has dropped, right? So that is to tell you that this WTI crude oil, we will still continue to go bearish. So we should be expecting a similar movement the next day, which is for the 8th. We should expect a further drop on this WTI crude oil. So I'm going to give you different reasons why we take such trade. So now let's go to the daily time frame. Before you place any trade, right? Before you open any assets, be it currency, commodity, or crypto or anything, before you actually take your trade, the first thing you ask yourself is you ask yourself is that what is the trend for this movement? So you can see that clearly this WTI is a bearish move. We can see that is the trend. We are clearly dropping. We are seeing a lower lows and we are seeing a lower highs, right? That is one. Let's try and move this movement. See this movement here. We will take this as a lower lows. Then here comes a lower highs. We will take this again as a lower lows. Yeah. So let's see it here. A lower lows. Then here comes a lower highs. When this price came, broke a new lower lows, right? That broke this previous lows. Then price kind of come here. We can call this as a double top if you want, anyhow. But price has now given us a new lower lows. You see that this price has now broken this previous lower lows, right? So clearly, when you see this, you know that there's only one movement. It is a bearish move. So what you have in your mind is that, okay, we want to see this price drops further down before we have a lower highs that will give us a correction. So what will come to our mind is that, okay, a correction would be coming soon. So I don't think it will happen by the next day, which is for the 8th. I don't think that correction will be happening for the 8th, but at least a correction will be happening soon. But we still need to make a further drop. So that is to tell you that if our price manages to open and close bearish for the 7th, we should also expect this price to also open and close bearish. Let's see if this price will get to a level of 70. Currently, we are trading at 72. Let's see if it will get to a level of 70 or possibly a level of 69. So this WTI crude oil, we are still bearish and we want to go bearish. Secondly, is that this is the moving average I'm using, which is 10 period moving average. Right now, this price is below our 10 period moving average. So we all know that once this price is below this 10 period moving average, then it is simple. We are to sell, we are to look for a way to short. So this price is below this 10 period moving average. So that is to tell that WTI crude oil, it is a sell. Now to the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, you must see lower highs and a lower lows, right? So we would see this as a lower lows. Then we can take this as our correction, still below our 10 period moving average. We would see this as a lows. We will take this as a correction. Now the correction has been made here. What do you expect? We would expect this price to drop further down. So let's say it gets to a level of 70. Maybe then a pullback will now happen at a level of 70 to 72. Once a pullback has happened again, then we would continue our bearish move. So personally, I would want to see this WTI crude oil actually get to level 70 by the way. Not that it can even drop further down, right? Just have it in mind. It can even drop further down. It can drop to level 70, 68, 69. Just watch it. But first of all, let's see this WTI crude oil drop to level 70. Then we should now have a pullback to this level of either once the pullback will be made, we should expect that pullback to a level of 72 or 73. Then we would now continue our bearish move. So above all, right, on this 4 hour time frame, what you should just look for is to actually sell. Just go ahead to sell. And if you want to be patient enough for a pullback to happen, which I think it makes sense for, you should actually be patient. Once the pullback has happened, then you can go ahead to sell. I mean, it will make sense for you to just be patient. If the price is dropping, just be patient. Once the pullback has been made, then you can go ahead to sell on this WTI crude, which is not bad by the way, and it is okay. And now you see this 1 hour time frame. So these lows have just been broken. So we see we want to we are seeing a pullback that will come to test this lows. We all know once this price has been broken, we expect a pullback to test hit this level, right? So after that, we should expect a further drop on this WTI crude. And you can also see this price is still below this 10 period moving average. So clearly WTI we should also open and close bearish for the 8th of December.